Bro Podcast.
Hello. Happy
Hi.
Saturday.
It's not happy.
Isn't it just weird how it genuinely, like, just, it's at the stage now where it just doesn't feel like it's been a week? Or is that just me?
No, definitely. Like it's. Yeah.
Hello, my favorite Two Bros One podcast. We should probably just change our name to that. I think that's just the thing now.
Yeah.
That's just like Two Bros One podcast.
Okay, folks. I'm gonna tell you why it's not so happy. Saturday today.
Okay.
One of my friends. I don't know whether these are big on the kind of whole weed thing, but one of my friends was growing Girl Scout cookies, and these were going to be like the creme de la creme. And disaster struck this morning when he went and checked on them because they decided to start changing sex and trying to pollinate themselves. And so he's had to clip them, and they're nowhere near ready. They might still be okay, they might not. Devastating.
In other news, loads of people are dying in Africa. Jesus Christ. Such a sad life, man. Sick trim, Danny. Thank you. You look so good after the barber. Thank you. Danny's haircut looks fucking hell. Everyone's like just pure.
What about my haircut?
What about your haircut? Do you want me to actually next time I see you, I'll bring my well, I don't even need to bring my clippers. You've got some, and I'll give you a sick trim. I'll give you a cut like this. Would you actually trust me to try this? I've never done it before in my life, but I'll do it.
It's like a really high bowl cut.
I mean, it's not really. It's called a skin fade. Look. So like it's like a zero from basically here all the way up to like there, and then that's when you start like fading it with different clipper guards and stuff. It just feels so good to not look homeless. Like, you should have saw me before. No, genuinely, like, I hadn't had my hair cut for at least, I mean, well, Sam was cutting it through lockdown. She was just doing like a kind of single grade all over just to kind of keep it in check. And it was I can't even remember the last time she done that. It was quite a while ago, but like I hadn't been to the barbers in like a year. It's crazy. Barbara Streisand. Barbara Streisand.
I do all my own styling, as you can probably tell.
Do you cut your own hair?
I do, yeah.
Do you actually?
Hair, beard, yeah.
Well,
Not
so
very often, like, but
just get the clippers out and do it all over.
Yeah, kinda.
You should get yourself you should give yourself a bowl cut next time. Just put a bowl over your head and just actually shave around it. It'd be so. On this week's episode of Two Bro Podcast, Fraser gives himself a haircut, and then you just like, that's literally the entire podcast is just you like doing a bowl cut yourself. Bowl cut. I had one. Remember when it was cool to cut a Nike or Adidas sign on the side of your head? Fraser, did I not have that?
Yeah. I used to cut patterns or get the barber to cut patterns.
Oh,
my mum used to give me a fucking bowl cut all the time because there was this little French boy that she saw when she was on like holiday when she was at school or something. And she had a massive crush on him, so she just kept giving me a fucking bowl cut when I was born.
I'm sure that fucking seen photos of you, you're a big bully. I genuinely think I did actually have a Nike tick. Something tells me I did.
Yeah, I think you did.
At one point, it was back when I was like wearing tracksuits and stuff. Because I was like, I'm sure I had a pair of those like Total 90 like indoor football shoes, and I just loved the Nike logo, and I was like, fuck it, just do it. Total 90s. Oh man.
Air Jordan.
Boomer. Oh my god, don't. I should go next time I go to my barbers. I'll just be like, give us a Nike tick. Right on the side.
Use a Nike.
Don't you fucking dare.
Adidas have just gave me money to get sponsored by them, so the rules are I have to get Adidas written on the back of my head.
Oh fuck! Imagine that would be.
That'll be the next step for advertising. They've already thrown it down our throats for every single fucking thing that we have, and the next thing will be like people rent out their hair space. Be like,
Imagine having multiple sponsorships though, and it's just words all around your head. You're just like fucking insane. Like walking around like fucking Nike, Adidas.
Nike, Pokemon.
Jesus, that would be kind of crazy. So just to let everyone know,
For the SMP. Oh, I mean,
oh god, don't even start with that. I think that's the one thing in this podcast that we should never touch on is fucking politics. Yeah, the reason
that is actually impossible because every single thing that humans do is political.
I mean, yes, but I mean like political parties in particular.
The wankers. We shouldn't talk about wankers. Although we can talk about some wankers because again,
Fraser's one.
Yeah, most of us are wankers.
The reason that we've started a little bit early is just to kind of try and we're still in the whole process. Like I know can you believe it? We've been doing this for 7 weeks in a row.
Wow.
Like I think ever since like we got you your proper mic and your proper mixer, it's kind of like became like an actual serious thing rather than we just do it like a couple weeks and then we're like we just throw the idea away. And you know, obviously not obviously just the fact that you've got the better mic and mixer and stuff, it's also the fact that people are actually still coming along and hanging out as well.
You guys are fucking enjoying it.
Which
is awesome.
It's totally just like
enjoy you enjoying it and being here and talking to us, and
just a cool chill out place. But as well as that, it's not only is it like we're still kind of trying to not iron out issues. I feel like we've kind of got everything solid. You know, we came across the new.
I don't like ironing.
Yeah, me neither.
That's one thing I don't fucking like at all.
But we're still like we don't really have any issues, but we're just trying to like balance a good time to do it because like for instance, tomorrow Sam's working at like 5 a.m. So if we do it the time that we were regularly doing it, and Sam's working at 5, then by the time we get finished at like 7:30 and then have dinner, Sam has to go to bed at that stage, and then it's like we just don't really get to spend much time at the weekend. So we're trying to just find a good time compromise that's like decent for everyone, but then at the same time it's like 5:30 is like a kind of time that people would be eating dinner and stuff, you know.
Although I mean a lot of people do like to watch kind of things while they're eating dinner, so I mean
that's true, I guess. So,
I guess as well, there's no guarantee that we're actually going to talk about things that would be dinner
appropriate.
Yeah, like, but that's the chance you take. I mean, it's a
gamble. It's a gamble.
Every day is a gamble.
And also apologies for the long. We never usually try and have the intro screen up for anything longer than like 5 minutes, but
that was my fault.
Yes.
I didn't want to clank a bit with a grinder while we were live.
Yeah, that's fair. But we're also maybe gonna go not an hour and a half this week, but maybe just an hour.
7 hours.
7-hour live stream.
Can they do it?
Of course they can. Yeah, we kind of we're gonna compress it to like an hour this week, strictly just because again, like, just timing and stuff. But we I don't know. Plus 1 hour, one episode, plus 1 hour, 1 hour every time.
Yeah, that could be our thing. That could be the
Imagine that we get to episode 20. Episode 24, it's like just 24 hours constant of just us like
episode 250.
Oh Jesus Christ. We would just like never sleep. Well, no, we could. There was a guy actually, Ludwig his name is,
Ludwig,
and he actually done like a subathon thing. So basically every time someone subscribed or donated money to his channel, it increased the timer, and he ended up streaming for something like 27 days straight, even while he was sleeping.
Wow.
He made 31 days, sorry, and he just made like so much fucking money that he even managed to pay. I'm sure you were telling me, Nikita, he managed to pay his mods like a split of $400,000 each. Not each, sorry, but like they all got a share of $400,000, and then he had like he had some that he $1.4 million, and he managed to get some himself, and then also gave like the majority of it to charity.
Like, that is insane.
And all
like,
he was doing was sitting playing games, talking to people in chat, and sleeping. He genuinely was sleeping, because like the majority of the time that I would go on during the day, it would be nighttime in America, so he'd be sleeping like the entire. I'd go on it at like 10 a.m. for us, and he'd be asleep, and then I'd go on at like 3 p.m. and he'd still be asleep. And he was still getting subs and shit. Mad.
People say it's hard to earn money. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not just a case of like you buy a microphone and webcam and you instantly make cash.
Yeah.
But there is a lot more ways to make money nowadays than what there was, say, like 20, 30 years ago.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure.
There we go. 200,000 tax, 400,000 charity, 400,000 for the mods, and 200,000 for himself. So he made $200,000 in that 1 month, because it was a 31-day period. So if you think about it, he pretty much made what I would make in like 10 years in 1 month.
Wow.
How depressing is that, by the way? Yeah. Imagine having to work for 10 years of your life to make the equivalent of what someone who streamed themselves sleeping and playing games when they were awake for 1 month. I'd have to work 10 years of my life for that. Let's put that into perspective. How many days is that? 365. Obviously, you'd factor in leap years, so you'd be minus. You'll be give or take a couple of days. 3,650 days. Obviously, as I say, give or take a few days. How long is that in hours? 87,600 hours.
Wow.
That's fucking sad.
That he done in 31 days.
Yep. That's fucking sad. That's actually sad. That makes me fucking sad.
Wow.
It's mad, isn't it? And to think...
It really is. And also the kind of thing of like, it really doesn't take, like Tesco's mottos like, oh, every little helps and all this kind of stuff. Like, that is actually so true. Like, Reddit done I think they still do the fucking like random millionaire or something, where everyone comments.
Hey, Stefan's here. Welcome.
Hey. Yeah, so everyone comments and then they pick a random winner, and everyone that's entered and thingied.
Sido as well. Hello.
They literally like donate $1 or £1. And then it's crazy how much money actually fucking racks up just from everybody donating £1.
Yeah, it's mad.
300,000 people, that's £300,000.
Yeah, it is
crazy.
It is kind of mental.
So like that tiny little, think of it, imagine it, like every single person that earned over, like fuck it, even just every single person in the world put in £1 into a pot. That'd be like £7 billion.
Makes me sad, man. I don't want to talk about this anymore. It literally, like, just imagine everyone being able to
imagine all the people
not have to work 9 till 5 jobs for like their entire life, and actually like imagine they changed the whole structure of it so you didn't have to do like an 8-hour job, and instead you done like smaller shifts. Because I mean, the thing is, if you think about it, with the capability of AI these days, you could literally like automate the majority of someone's job, and then you just kind of need, the actual brains of a human every once in a while to make sure everything was running smooth. So if you think they could potentially split someone's work up, have them in like maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday for like 4 hours a day, but still pay them the same.
I mean, that would be a fucking ideal world.
Imagine how positive of an impact that would have on everyone's mental health and well-being, like being able to just like spend so much more time with friends and family.
it'd be kind of like lockdown, but with the added thing of like you could actually visit people.
Honestly, right? If I had the opportunity to choose that, like go to my 80% of my salary and work Monday, Wednesday, Friday for like 4 hours a day, but get 80% of my pay, I would do it. I'd 100% do it.
Fucking right.
Okay, I'm trying to understand German here.
Alle warten auf das Licht.
Wie geht's in Deutschland? Danny in German. Nikita tries to tell me that I am that I'm like the king of German, but that's absolutely not true. 9. 999.
Yeah.
How are you in Germany? Okay. Wait, no, that can't be right. Then that translation is probably wrong. Yeah. But how is everyone? How's things? Oh, okay. How's things in Germany, I guess. Yeah, how's everyone doing? Anything, Fraser, do you have anything exciting? Anything exciting coming up?
Well, does my dick count?
All right, this episode is not getting uploaded.
This episode is brought to you by Penis Cream.
No, it would be better if you were like, this episode is brought to you by the Manscaped Lawnmower Shaver. You know Manscaped. Oh,
not endorsed.
Yeah.
Or thing that we have to actually say that. That's oh fuck. There's a thing. I was listening. Is it Tom Scott? I think I already told you when we went for Mackie D's actually, but I'll tell the audience. Is it Tom Scott? I think it's Tom Scott on YouTube, and he was basically saying about this whole advertising thing. That obviously YouTubers and streamers have to disclose when it's a paid advertisement, which is fair enough. I fucking agree with that. But what he was saying is laws are fucking strictly, especially in the UK, are just strictly for online streamers. So like things like your TV shows and stuff, even though they actually have active paid fucking product placements and stuff in the show, and like movies and things, some of them are even purposely fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, proper paid for. They don't have to disclose that. The only thing they have to do is like put a tiny wee fucking thing at the end of the credits, like right at the end, to say blah blah. I mean, who sticks around to watch the credits, right?
That's true.
So he was basically saying that it needs to be reformed. It doesn't need to be slackened for online people. It needs to be like, I'm pretty sure he used an example of a TV channel in Germany, and they actually have the same thing what YouTubers have. It's like a little P comes up in the corner, and it says this. This has includes a paid promotion, which, you know what I mean? Because the thing that they use to advertise against it is when you're watching TV is quite obvious to people, the audience and stuff, what is a paid promotion, what isn't. So this guy also took some clips from Saturday Night Live when they were doing like their sketches, and they were like, let's play a game and see who can actually guess which one's a paid promotion and which one isn't. And straight away I failed.
Yeah.
I thought the very first one that he showed was an actual paid promotion, and it wasn't. It was just a sketch that was about paid promotions. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, like, it's fucking nonsense. They actually do need to change that. Because I mean, how many times have you watched something and thought the opposite? You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's not a paid promotion, and then it turned, you know, they turned out they fucking made a shit ton of money. Not that that's a problem either, but you know, I just think that people need to actually be made aware of when that's happening.
You know, it's funny.
Says me, we're in Fraser's Handy Car Wash.
Oh my god.
Sponsored. Sponsored by Fraser Sandy Services. So this podcast is. Yeah.
I mean, technically, you could say that. It's fine. But yeah, it's I was gonna say something I kind of lost track. Unfollow. Let me just catch up with chat real quick. Could be better. Well, Susan, later on when we're playing with Ramon, it'll be fine. It'll all be good. Do never go out because I have to work and study about 24. Literally life, man. It's at the stage now where it's like everyone's trying to be mental health and well-being advocates, and it's just impossible. You like, it's just such a struggle to try and balance like a work life lifestyle, really. Like, you just can't, like, there's times where I finish work at, like, well, currently because of the whole COVID situation, and we're currently in the office, we're like 2 members of staff short, so we kind of have to all take on some of their workload as well as our own, and some other like extra stuff that comes in, like on when was it that we met up for food? Was that Thursday? On Thursday, like my dad came up to visit us and everything, and it basically all rode down to when I would finish work, which it's actually at the stage now where I cannot tell someone when I'm definitely going to finish, because my working hours are 8:30 till 4:30. But if I get something that comes in via email like at 4:25 that's urgent, like, I need to do that before I finish, and then I could do that, and then next thing I know, there's another urgent thing that comes in, then there's another urgent thing that comes in, and like, I didn't finish until like 6 o'clock or it was around 5:30, 6 o'clock that I finished on Thursday, which is like an hour over when I'm supposed to, and it's like I can't make plans with people. Like, although I have fixed working hours at the current stage, I actually can't physically make plans with people because it's just impossible. Well, obviously I can't as well because of COVID, but you know what I mean? Like, even plans to do shit like play games, like, if I finish work at 6 o'clock, by the time I have dinner, I'm knackered and I want to just go to bed. So, let me see. Dropped a 40-12 game on Icebox just now. Like, there's no surprises there. Like, the last 2 games that we played, like, you were just the carry. It's just facts. 90% of German ads are so stupid you literally want to facepalm yourself 24/7. The only good are from the US or other countries' brands like Coke, Apple, Google.
Yeah, like, I actually wouldn't mind adverts if we had more kind of like American thought put into our adverts. Like, you know,
did you ever?
So fucking boring.
Did you ever see like the Skittles adverts? You'll know the ones I'm talking about, the really inappropriate ones that got banned. Yeah. That if adverts were like that, I would be more likely to support companies.
See, this is the thing. This is the whole like freedom of speech and stuff. Like, if you suppress freedom of speech, you suppress so much. Like, things are all just going to become fucking boring repeats of each other.
Yeah.
Everyone doing the one, you know. It's like, no, like, we need to have a bit of individuality and diversity and shit like that. Like, we're pushing for a diverse world. Like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Just basically, everyone just has to stop fucking hating on each other and being horrible to each other. Discriminating is the word I was looking for there, but I couldn't quite think of it.
Man, we were playing a game of Valorant earlier on, and there's
discriminating.
Well, there's this thing in Valorant that you can do, like, from round 5 onwards, you can vote to surrender. Like, if you're getting, like, I don't know, if you've maybe got someone like negative on your team, like in terms of like attitude, or if you're just getting demolished and there's nothing you can really do to combat it, you can vote to surrender, and none of us done it. So it was obviously, there was 4 of us playing, so Valorant's like a 5-player, 5 per team, so it's a 5v5. So it was obviously the other guy that wasn't in as a part of the group that voted to surrender. So my mind state when anyone does that that's not part of the group is, if you vote no, they're just gonna like troll, and they're just gonna purposefully throw the game so that they can lose quicker. Like, that's the kind of people that you would see typing in all, like, because on Valorant you can type to your team, in text chat, but you can also type to all. So they're the kind of people that I would expect to type in all chat, like everyone's locations, to give them away, so that like the enemies can just quickly go and kill. So I was like, my mind state when anyone votes to surrender, unless it's one of us, is like they're just gonna start trolling. So I voted to surrender. We all did. The game stopped, and the moment the game like popped up like the defeat screen, he typed the N word in chat. In all chat to like the enemies, like obviously he was referred, like he was calling them, he was referring them, like that word towards them. So me and Sam reported him, and within 5 minutes he got chat banned. It's just people's attitudes, even on things like video games. It's like, why would you act like that on a computer game? It's just it's insane. Just makes no sense to me. I don't get why people.
That's the thing. I mean, again, things are all. Life is contextual, so like everything has context. If you're not being derogative in things with, like some people play the racism card to get themselves out of things like that. That's just, you shouldn't do that either, because eventually everyone just kind of, the whole thing of like the fight against racism loses its value when people do that.
Well, you know what the funny thing is? The funniest part is it's always the same. It's always the same way that it goes. So it all just seems to be a trend for people. Like there was obviously like COVID was like the big thing in the news and the media and stuff, so everyone was like, oh, we need to start being careful. And then the whole Black Lives Matter movement, because of George Floyd and everything, that came along, so everyone started jumping on the trend of that. The moment that was no longer in the media, the same people that are like this, like that, like writing the N-word and stuff, they just come straight back out as soon as it's not in the media, not in coverage. As soon as there's not an opportunity where they can make themselves look like someone they're not, they don't care. That's just how it goes. Literally, just always how it goes.
See, like that was one of the reasons why, like this, I wanted it to be a kind of thing where, we're not hating on anyone. We'll say things for kind of humor, comedy purposes, but there's no hatred towards anybody, because like, well, for a start, I mean, you can't hate somebody for where they come from. You know what I mean? It's the same kind of thing of like, I don't take pride in, like, well, I mean, I support the fucking Scottish football team and stuff, but like, I don't take pride in being Scottish because I had no choice in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just a place I was born. I just happened to fucking start life here.
Yeah. Exactly.
People get so fucking heated over it, and you're like, why? What's the point?
No time for little people that aren't grown enough to be respectful. True. Why would you write stupid stuff in chat? I mean, in general. I mean, the thing that's the funniest about that is, why would you write it in chat? Like, it's one thing saying it over voice chat. Obviously, like, if someone's being abusive or whatever, you can mute them, which is fine. But if you write it in text chat, then they have that evidence right there in black and white that they can just screenshot and then send it to whatever developer they want who makes that game, and then you would get an even harsher punishment. The funny thing is, Valorant, this is actually one of the Riot Games. This is one of the first times I've ever heard of anything like this. They're apparently changing their privacy policy so that they can actually record conversations that have been that are in game. So potentially, I'm imagining if you report someone at a certain point for a certain offense, then they'll potentially go back and listen to that part of the game. And then if that means that they can actually give a proper punishment. So if someone's being very, very racist or very, very toxic and sexist, then they'll potentially get like a harsher ban than someone that's maybe just saying like one or two things, you know?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, like, because it pisses me off, kind of the things that we could achieve if everyone just put aside their differences. And stuff, fighting for stupid things and no reasons and different, just let everybody live their lives how they want to live it.
Oh my god,
like, we're
man.
supposed to have eradicated fascism, you know what I mean, and it still fucking exists. In fact, it exists even more. today because there's just everybody, like politicians and like all this kind of shit. They're all trying to kind of, yeah.
People don't care unless it's popular, or unless it will get attention for stuff. It's the same thing goes for people that post videos on like TikTok and Instagram of them like doing a good deed, like buying a homeless person
like,
food.
Why did it need to, like why did it take for that to become a fucking a fad?
Well, it's because as long as people are getting shares and likes for it, that's all they care about. Like people like I've done it a couple of times. In fact, there's been nights out in Carlisle that I've been out and like drinking and stuff, and if I see someone like sat homeless looking cold and shit, like it only happened on one instance because I've not really been out in Carlisle much, but I saw this guy that looked, it was quite a cold night, and I was obviously drinking, so you get warm when you're drinking and you're kind of moving from A to B. So I ended up giving him my hoodie and shit, and there's been instances where I've saw someone homeless and like they're looking for money and stuff, and then I went in, like I was in McDonald's getting my lunch anyway, so I would buy an extra burger and I would give it to them. Like it's only like £1, and it's like the thing is, you can never be sure of what they're actually going to be using the money for if you give them money, whereas if you give them food, then fine, like they're going to eat it if they're hungry, and if they turn it down, then you done what you can. It's just more food for me. But like that's all it is. It's like people record it for TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and stuff just because they'll get likes and stuff for it, and they think that it'll get them famous. It's insane.
Yeah.
You mean you don't have a pet haggis? Yeah, and you don't like whiskey or drink Iron Brew. Check
I don't drink
Discord.
Iron Brew anymore though, since they changed the fucking recipe. In fact, I don't drink many fizzy drinks.
Oh, honestly, you'd hate Coke Zero. It was okay before, but now it's bum.
See, again, that kind of stuff. Like, why? I understand the sugar tax and stuff, but why would they take away just the normal recipe as an option? Like, fuck, I wouldn't mind paying the extra tax to just have that drink, you know?
Well, they technically do.
Instead-
They brought out the 1919 version or whatever. That's like permanent now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I might try that.
You might like it. They do the bottles in pretty much everywhere, to be honest. It was like a limited edition run, but then they just made it like a permanent thing.
Because, yeah, like, when they just... Every fucking soft drink, apart from, like, Coke and Pepsi, pretty much outlawed sugar. And it was only, like, they dropped it down to 13% and replaced it with aspartame.
Yeah.
Which is fucking disgusting.
There's
Like any
something...
artificial sweeteners, just it doesn't sit right.
There's something with... Is there like there's an artificial thing called Sunshine Yellow or something too, right? Sunshine Yellow, I'm sure.
Something like that.
Is it Sunshine Yellow? No, is it Sunshine? I don't know if it is. Sorry, I'm trying to like keep up with chat as well at the same time. Just had Haven game where they surrendered after 10 rounds, ended with 23. Fucking damn, son. GG. Remember that time we bought a burger and the guy turned around and said he didn't want it, he wanted something else in Edinburgh? No, it was, we bought him a beef burger and he said that he couldn't eat beef or something like that. Couldn't believe we were doing it. Just buy Monster all the time like me. Earlier on today we went to I had to go and get cash out so I could pay for my haircut and stuff. So we walked to the local shop to get the cash out, and then on the way back we stopped into another shop to get like bacon and stuff, to have some bacon butties. And like Sam was eyeing up the Monster and stuff because there was a quite a big selection in the shop. So she picked up one can and then she was like, do I get this one? Do I get that one? I was like, just get them all. And she was like, okay. So she literally grabbed like 2 cans, and then she was like, oh, I like that look of that one too. Just picks it up. Literally just ended up walking out with like 4 cans of Monster. It was crazy. Monster. What's your favorite flavor of Monster? I only like green. Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm trying to like, I'm on a mission to try all the flavors. I only like green. Well, we actually have a shelf. You can't really see it. I would put the camera up, but I've spent so much bloody time trying to get the camera at the right like place, so I don't really want to do it. But we have a shelf up out of the view. It's like just above where my finger is right now, like there. And it has like 3 cans at the minute. There's 2 cans on the bathroom window ledge drying out. And we were trying to get like a big shelf, and we can just put all of the can collections there. I only like green. Ads. Imagine being sponsored by Monster. That'd be crazy. Pacific Punch today. I had a kind of Rockstar today, actually. I had the mango and passion fruit. It was super nice. You had a haircut. I did have a haircut. It was I looked homeless until today. Thanks, barbershop. Easy shopping with Sam. Just buy everything. That's the best way. Oh yeah, we had there's a Pacific Punch. This is Sam's new favorite. This one. I love the design on the can. So you've got it's like very what's the word? What's it? Well, yeah, that, but like traditional. That's the one. Like traditional tattoo styles. Like you've got like the ship and like
Man of War.
Death Before Dishonor, and you've got like the anchor and stuff, and then the other side you've got like that traditional kind of like mermaid style. And that was quite nice. I tried it. And then we've got like the regular like Monster Energy Ultra, the white can. But yeah, that's
The next time you have like a spare £300, we'll take a run to Booker and you can get a case of every single yen.
£200 to £300. Is that how much it'll cost? Yeah. Jesus.
Well, maybe not. I think it's like, is it like?
It'll be like £4 or £5 a crate, surely, because it's like you can get a. Well, how many cans do you get in a crate?
12.
Oh, okay. Because the crates that you get like Tesco, you get like 8 cans for like $6.70 or something.
I think it's probably roughly about the same price.
Oh, you get like
at the most
4 extra cans for free, basically.
£13. Yeah, because I mean they've got RRPs on the cans. Do they not?
Yeah, they do. All of the ones that we have there, as well as the new ones, have RRPs and stuff.
Which is
$139.
$139. Aye, so the RRP ones are usually quite decently priced. So they can make a 33% markup on each can.
Nice.
Hello, Ashley.
Hello, Ashley. Hello. How are you doing?
Hello. Jimmy here.
Jimmy from the radio show.
Grandpa Norris.
Oh my God, Grandpa Norris. I'm trying to think of what that color. Food coloring, yeah, sunshine yellow food coloring. I think it is sunset yellow. It's not sunshine yellow. No, I'm brain dead. So
self-destruct.
it was kind of, yeah. So what have you actually? Man, it's actually been 50 minutes already, and I haven't even asked you what you've been up to this week.
Well, this week, quite a lot of stuff. Well, not so much happened to me, but I suppose it kind of. There was a light failure.
Nice. Just what you like to hear.
We thought the bulb had exploded, but on the HPS, but it turned out to be the ballast that you can change the wattage on. So we had a panic there. Well, he had a panic there, and yeah, the thing that I was talking about, the Girl Scout cookies, turned in mail. It's been quite a dramatic week on the kind of 420 front.
Oof.
But yeah, hopefully they'll still be all right, and you'll have some decent smokage to pass down for being supportive. What else happened?
That's the stonks way.
Other things. Oh, my son is back down from hospital for good now.
Nice. How's he getting on?
He's doing very well.
Good.
Yeah, he's kind of. He still can't walk, and like his talking's quite slow and stuff still, but he's definitely getting there.
That's good. That's the kind of news we want on a Saturday.
We're playing
Minecraft.
it's called How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh.
It was a board game where you kind of had like this thing you built up a wee mountain sort of thing, and it had like movement places and cards and characters and shit. It was quite good. It was kind of like a mix between Dungeons and Dragons and rock paper scissors, as well as like a board game kind of thrown in. It was quite cool. You had to kind of work it out as you went along as well, because the instructions weren't very clear. But it wasn't too complicated to work out. But yeah, quite fun. Played it for like 4 fucking hours.
But I hate that. I hate playing Monopoly for that very reason. You're like, you start the game and you're like, it's not too bad, and then like 7 hours later, you're still sat there like, fucking hell, is this game ever gonna end?
But it's true what they say. Monopoly is actually the game of life, because that is just what life is. Fucking everyone trying to get the Monopoly.
It's true.
That's something we should do. We should try and fucking have a massive online game of Monopoly.
Oh my god. No, what would be good is if we done like an online game of like Cards Against Humanity or something. That would be funny.
Oh yeah.
Uno. Nah, Cards Against Humanity would be. I haven't even set up the bot commands. I need to do that right now. Otherwise, I'll end up forgetting. But we could do that. We could actually do Cards Against Humanity if everyone just joined the Discord. Once I set up the command. Why haven't I set that up before? It's weird. Where are we? Cloudbot. There we go. Commands.
I've not played Cards Against Humanity in fucking ages.
Yeah, that would be good. There's a website that you can play it for completely free as well, and you can like hang on, I need to just join our Discord. I need to create an invite link. Yeah, because if we got everyone in, we could just open a voice chat channel, and then we would all just jump onto this website, and I think you can have like a bunch of different like you have like all. I've just noticed that you're in the Discord voice chat. Why?
Oh yeah, I was trying to get the link to the fucking ninja thing.
Okay.
And I was trying, like, I couldn't work out how to actually do it. Like, I was fucking clicking all these things, and I somehow joined the thing.
Oh wait, hang on.
There's something else we could do. We should do. I know it's kind of late to the game, but that fucking Among Us. I wanted to play that for fucking ages.
Yeah, you could probably actually play that on your PC too. I need to just jump into our Twitch channel. Let me just mute my system and make sure that it doesn't double the audio. Because for some reason it's a very smart move, but on Discord, if you have, there we go, and then I can close that. There we go. Okay, so exclamation mark Discord should now. There we go. So yeah, if you join that, we'll maybe try and do that. Maybe we could do it like a. Well, I think the thing is, the only issue with Cards Against Humanity is it's not really something you can stream.
No, but I think we could maybe record it though, and just kind of like, because I mean, during the week I could maybe like go through it and cut bits out, like the best bits, the highlights, and then we could just upload the highlights.
Yeah, it could be an idea. Hang on. Right, hang on. I need to redo it because for some reason.
And then everybody will yeah.
Yeah, Sam just pointed that out. I'm just fixing it right now. I think I accidentally deleted the wrong link.
Oh.
from the invites, because it basically, as when you generate an invite link, it saves it. If you choose so that it'll never expire, it'll just constantly be there. But I think I accidentally deleted it. So I just need to edit Discord. There we go. That should work now. This new link.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. When do you think we could?
I mean, we'd need we'd need a reasonable amount of people in to do it. So really, as soon as we have like enough people in, because right now we only have us two and then 3 other people. So if we got a few more people in, like maybe 2 or 3 more, we could probably do it sometime during the week or something. I'd be down to play some.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
So that's maybe something we could do for another episode.
Yeah.
Maybe in a couple of weeks' time.
Oh yeah.
Imagine having time during the week. I know it sucks. Or we could do it, maybe next weekend.
Being self-employed.
Maybe like next weekend we could do it like after we finish the podcast or something.
Yeah.
We could maybe do like another shorter episode next week, and then we could hop on and play for like half an hour or something.
Or even the same time episode at the weekend, and just have a wee chill out game or so. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
I need to assign the roles of followers. There we go. Yeah, it'll definitely be something we arrange. I'd love to do some kind of community stuff like that, like just fun games. Among Us could
Tiddlywinks and Ludo.
You can play it Tiddlywinks and Ludo and Monopoly. Stop there.
And if you
Nope.
Okay.
But yeah, we could even do Among Us if you wanted to, because that I'd imagine your PC will probably handle that fine. Could probably run that game on my microwave. So
if anyone else has any other games and stuff,
then we could probably do that. God, you didn't even ask me if I've had anything exciting happen this week. I mean, the answer is no. So it's fine. Like,
has work been exciting for you this week?
Absolutely not. Yeah, it's getting there. It's not really. It's not that bad. It's just tiring, but it's good. I think in a couple of weeks, the people that are currently off on furlough or short pay, they're due back in a week or so. So that will hopefully make things a little bit easier.
Yeah, lighten the load a bit.
Yeah, more. The thing, it's just there's so much work to going on at the minute that it's just so exhausting. Like by the time I'm finished, I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
I moved our room around so we can now sleep facing an opposite direction. I guess that's exciting. That's kind of cool. Oh, we also have a fucking mold problem, which is good.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yep. That's very good.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sam's been very mad about it, and so have I actually. It's pretty fucking bad, I'll be honest. There's one of the roof like panel or tile things. No, well, not a tile. It's like the wooden panel that goes up against the tiles is actually like hanging off.
Oh shit!
And there's mold all over it. And in our bedroom, it's like chipboard on the ceiling, right? There's actually a big, like, if you stand at a certain angle, you can actually see like a big, like what looks like a damp patch, and the chipboard is actually fucking split. It's got that damp, and like obviously because having the heating on will dry it out. It's repeatedly done that so often that it's actually like fully split.
Fuck.
It's nuts. So we need to get that seen to, obviously. And the thing is, when we first moved in, there was like, we have like a friend who was friends with the previous tenant that lived here, and apparently it was an issue. Apparently there was like a leak in one of the rooms that was like, there was damp and stuff. So when we first moved in, I actually put my head up in the loft and looked, and I saw the mold and stuff. And apparently the potential like side effects of dealing with like mold and stuff is like depression, memory loss, and stuff like that.
Mold is definitely not one of the things that you want to toy with.
So
it can change your whole chemical outlook on everything.
yeah. So, and the worst part is, I actually noticed this as the moment that Sam googled that and saw this stuff. I was like, damn. Like, if I think about it, when we first moved in here, I was still at work. Like, I was still working in the office, so I was out of the house 8 hours a day, and then I was in the house, you know, the remainder of it. So if you think about it, like, since July last year, I've basically been in the house 24/7. Like, we literally only leave the house in the past year because of lockdown. We've only ever left to go shopping. And I've noticed that in the past year, I've just got, like, increasingly less motivated to do fucking anything.
Actually, that whole thing is on the lines of, you know, the debate of whether a zombie apocalypse would actually happen. Because certain spores, like there's a fungus that affects ants, and what happens is the spores fall on the ants, that then infects the ants, kills them off, takes control of the ant's body, makes them climb to the highest point that they can, and then hold on to the branch while the spore bursts out its head and then explodes, falling onto the floor, repeating the cycle. Look, it's fucking crazy. Like, aye, spores can do mad shit.
No, well, if I die in 5 years, at least I know who to go and haunt. So there's that. But yeah, they're trying to get someone to come out like immediately.
Sorry.
They're trying to get someone to come out immediately and look at it, but obviously because it's like a bank holiday in the UK, like we don't even know when the fuck they're gonna bother getting someone out. But it's been a nightmare, man. We've had so many issues with this goddamn house. Like we had the issue in our kitchen with like there was like a bit of the plaster on the wall that was like, you know how you get the little sections of the wall between like the ceiling and where the curtain pole goes, like to like where the window is. There was like a crack out of there was a crack that formed down the wall because of damp, and the plaster actually like came out. But I've polyfilled it and stuff since, but the reason that was caused is because of the plumbing in the bathroom. We have one of those kind of like all-in-one unit things for the toilet and shit. It's fucking annoying because you can't even get into the what's it called? The part of the toilet that's like where all the shit is. Not the shit, but where the stuff for the toilet is. And it's like you can't get into it without basically disassembling the entire thing. The cistern block, is that what it's called?
Aye.
Yeah.
The back.
Yeah, you can't get into that without disassembling like the entire fucking thing. So basically we had to get someone to come out and change something in it, and the guy literally said to us, oh, this is like the 4th one I've done in Georgetown this month of the same unit. So it's just a shit unit. So they've had that, and then the guy done it, and he had to like, I don't know why, but he had to like there was loads of sawdust. I don't really know what he done, to be honest, but he now basically the entire unit like sits squint. It looks like shit, but when he took it off, there was like a massive like puddle of like water that had been dripping from the cistern block just formed on the bottom. So there's actually a floor layer at the like just behind the toilet, and it's actually seeped through that. It was that much and that bad, and then it just it just obviously gathered there, and then it just went through and soaked through the ceiling, and there was like a brown patch as well because of the like how old the water was and stuff. It was fucking awful, man.
So that's the thing as well, like like your landlord should pay for that.
Oh well, they didn't.
My
Oh no
landlord.
no! Sorry, no, they did. They paid for the stuff to be replaced for the actual toilet.
Yeah.
But like I bought the polyfiller. They done nothing about that. So
It's like my landlord. He's not willing to just. He'll do the basics that he has to legally, but anything else is just because the previous tenants basically treated it like shit. He was just sick of putting money in, which I mean, it's kind of punishing me in a way.
yeah,
but
honestly, that's kind of what it feels like for us at this stage. We're like having to do everything to make the improvements, and then yeah, like Sam says, the landlord will come out and he'll try and do everything himself rather than getting the actually hiring the people that would do a proper job. It's
his own fucking electrics.
huh?
I hope he doesn't do his own fucking electrics.
Oh, well, he fucking near enough did when he came out and was testing like the power tripping the. Oh, it was for the. Yeah, our cooker fucked up. The element went in it, and he came along and he shut our power off and started trying to fuck around with the cooker to fix it. Like, why would you not just get an electrician out to like try and thing it properly? So he done that and looked and thought it was the element. So he did get someone out to, in his credit, he got like an electrician out after he thinged, which I suppose is kind of fair enough, because if you come out and you can diagnose and see what the actual issue is, and then you would know exactly who to get out, that's kind of fair enough, because that kind of, if you're a high, like if you're a
Sam just got told off.
spamming caps. Yeah, like the thing is, like, let me fix that. Fair enough, because if he called the wrong person out, he would get like he'd obviously get charged the call out fee, which is understandable, but minimum amount of caps.
See, because that's the thing. I mean, I suppose if I was actually going into property, what's it called, fucking property letting or whatever, like I would make sure that I knew a kind of basics of stuff, so that if people were like that, it would just be mainly so that I wasn't getting ripped off by other people that would, like the plumbers and stuff. I would know exactly what was wrong with it, how much it would cost to get the parts, and then how much labor cost would be. But yeah, like that can be very dangerous as well, because there is some landlords that don't have a fucking clue what they're doing, and they'll just be like, "Oh yeah, let's fix it." It's not me that's gonna suffer. So
yeah, it just kind of sucks. Oh, I need to enable streamer mode again. Shit.
how about a move to a house in the country?
Oh, remember you done that? I mean, you basically did.
Yeah, like that little house was amazing.
Yeah, did you not see like an alien or something out there?
Oh fuck yeah! I've told this story before.
You've told me it, but tell it for the people. I'm gonna put the music off for dramatic effect.
So this is a true story, like an actual real life fucking event. I'd want to believe.
I'm gonna go grab another
real.
cider. I'll be back.
Yeah. Go. So I want to believe that the kind of aliens exist and ghosts and all this kind of stuff, but I mean, there's not actual evidence. But I did see something that I actually can't fucking explain. So what happened? Quite often, I used to have my cousin round every. Fuck, it was near enough every week. At the weekend, and we'd get pizza, have a couple of beers, watch movies and shit. So yeah, I had a lurcher at the time called Comet. Fucking calmest dog in the world. He would never bark or like stir and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, just this one night, fucking sitting eating pizza. Dog keeps walking around the living room, would not settle, was whining, kind of like semi barking and stuff. So I'm like, must be needing out. So get to the back door. He's instantly there. Open the back door. He barged past me, which he never ever does, or did, and fucking starts barking his head off, like completely crazy, growling, barking, all this shit. He ran to the side gate into my back garden, So I popped my head out. It was like, what the fuck is he barking at? Flicked the light on, and as I popped my head out and looked her in, there was something that was standing by the gate, kind of like peering its head round, and it was level with the guttering on the bungalow. Like this thing was like fucking 7 foot tall, just kind of leaning round, and it saw me and instant, like quick as a flash, fucking took off. And as soon as it done that, the dog gave chase. Like he went round the other side of the house to the other gate that was at the other side, jumped over it, and gave chase into the kind of wooded area beside the house. And I actually cannot describe or replicate the sounds and noises that were happening. Like obviously there was the dogs barking and growling, but there was like I say, I can't. There's no words, or like it was just fucking weird, screaming and like, aye, not an animal I've ever heard before. Um, so yeah, like I was panicking, went in and got Stuart. I tried to explain bestly, the best I could what happened, and of course he's like blah blah blah, and I by the time I'd went and got a torch to go and look for the dog was sitting inside the garden at the gate, kind of shaking. Um, yeah, like I have no idea what that was. Like it was, yeah. I wish I could go back and actually properly study it because yeah, like people are like, oh, was it not like a sheep or something? But nah, nah. A sheep is not 7 foot tall and it would not be able to move as fast as what it fucking did. Like this was superhuman. Like I mean, my dog was a lurcher. He was a fast fucking dog, and he couldn't catch it.
Scary.
So yeah,
There's
these
the music. The
there was
music's
also
back just to settle everyone back again.
there was also a time I was waiting for a couple of friends to show up in the car, and I kept hearing car doors slamming and what sounded like when you're listening to like Radio One or whatever, sounded like somebody on the radio chatting away and playing songs. Went around the whole house, nobody there. Pardon me. Strange things.
But yeah, sorry. Back onto the thing. I once heard heavy footsteps on our wooden stairs. I was home alone though. That's like the world's scariest short horror story. Wait, what is that? Let me Google that. World's scariest short story. There's one that's like fucking actually kind of.
Oh, is it like the 2 sentence horror story?
Yeah. Oh, we could do an episode of reading these. These are fucking like I've not read any of them.
Yeah.
I'm just
There was
scrolling
a
through
time.
these.
There was a time where you remember that time I was home alone and you were due to come in from school, and I could swore you came through the front door, went upstairs, and slammed your bag on the flare because there was a massive bang. And I went upstairs to see if you were there, and you weren't. And then as I was coming down the stairs, you came through the door. That was weird.
Would everyone want to? Would everyone want that? That would actually be pretty cool. Like, I'd be down to do that. Just read like like the short horror stories, like not massively long ones. But I'd be down to do like a special episode, like maybe like episode 10 or something. We could do that.
It'd be like, one day I went to the ice cream van to get ice cream. There was no ice cream.
No.
Horror, shock, gore.
What is the one? Oh, what? There is one that's like really good. Wait, hang on. I'm gonna find this. I'm literally gonna find this before we go.
Let's go surfing now, everybody.
Ah, that's it. The last man on Earth sat alone in a room. There was a knock on the door. Like shit like that. It's like fucking weird. Like you just like, oh my god, that's actually kind of. But there's plenty of these sites that's like 30 very short tales of horror that are better than most scariest movies you've watched. There's 30 of them here. I'm not reading any of them. I'm just like scrolling past them pretty quick. Some are pretty long, like not super long, but longer than others. I'd be down to just go through and read all 30 of them.
Yeah.
We could maybe do that.
Halloween special. That should definitely be the Halloween special.
Well, let's see what day Halloween is this year. Halloween's on a Sunday.
Weekday.
It's on a Sunday. Danny used to hear noises when he still lived at home. Legit, we heard clown noises one night, and it was his iPhone telling him it was bedtime. Yes, it was. Literally this noise. Hang on, change. It was like the iPhone sleep wake up thing. Oh wait, I need to turn this back off. How do I? Oh shit! I've turned it on by accident. Oh no. I've accidentally enabled it. I don't know. I'll start it. But it's like if you enable the iPhone like bedtime thing, it goes like ding ding ding, like it plays that tune. And I remember my iPhone played it, and like me and Sam just kind of looked at each other like, what this was in amongst the stage where the clown, like, you know, the clowns were going around in the masks and stuff. It was literally that point in time. So we were like, we just looked at each other like, what the fuck? Like, is there one in the house? Like, obviously it wouldn't really happen where mum lived. It's like not really a thing, but it was literally in that situation where like, holy shit, like we might be dead. But yeah, it was just my phone. Creepypastas, we could do creepypastas. Like, some of them are very long though, that's the only problem. But I'd be down to just read some short stories. Swear your mum's house is haunted. Yeah. We do it on the 31st of each month for Halloween because there isn't one in every month. Yeah. We could just make like
Sorry, what was that?
No, go for it.
There was another time I remember something weird happened. It just popped in my head there. I can't remember who it was. It was either me or Mark or me or Charlie. We're driving to Lockerbie to get something, and we took this back road, which isn't really a back road, but it is. And like, fuck, I've drove this. Well, I personally have drove it on the motorbike umpteen fucking times. Like, I know the road by the back of my hand. You literally turn off and then you take another turn in. So we take this road turning off, and the turning never fucking appears. And this road that you turn off onto, it's not a road that ends. Like, it's not somebody's driveway or anything like that. So I was like, if you just keep following this road, we'll eventually get back onto the road that we need to be on. So he follows it, and the next thing, we're pulling up to somebody's fucking farmhouse.
What the fuck?
So, and he was like, this can't be it, because this is thing. And I'm like, this shouldn't be here. Like, there's no... Well, one, there's no farmhouses up that road to turn off into a fucking farmhouse. And we never turned off any road. Like, we followed the road. And there's no parts on the road that you can confuse. You know what I mean? Like, tight corners or anything that you could be like, oh, go straight. But it's actually the turn-in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fuck knows how we ended up at this place. Because it doesn't exist. Like, it's not on the road. So, yeah, we just kind of looked at each other and we're like, well... we must have went wrong somewhere and drove off. And then as we were leaving the place, the right turn off showed up. So I was like, that's the road we need to take.
What the fuck? Oh,
like, weird.
Can I ask you one thing? I don't want you to tell it right now, but can you remember the story that Grandpa used to tell about in the barracks in the army?
No.
Oh, you can't remember that?
No.
Oh, god damn it. Am I imagining it? I'm sure he used to tell a story about how there was like a time where they were all like in their bed and stuff in the barracks and everything, and there was like one night where there was like a light came on, and they literally witnessed like apparitions of kids just running straight down or something. Can you not remember that? I'm sure you used to tell that like a lot. I'm positive you used to always ask him to tell the story and shit.
I really can't remember.
Anyway, that sucks. I was hoping it was like a thing and you would remember it, because if you would, I was gonna ask if you'd tell that to like finish the podcast. Not right now, but like for when we're finishing up, because it would be a really cool story. But that sucks.
Honestly, fuck, I'm really gutted that I can't remember that.
Yeah, I love paranormal stuff. I'm honestly the same. I'm kind of like, I'm really annoyed because since I kind of grew up watching horror movies and stuff, like stuff doesn't really scare me much. Like I'm not saying that as like a bragging thing. I really actually want to find something that'll scare me. So I love reading like these like short horror stories and watching like creepypastas, and like there's a guy I follow on YouTube called Mr. Nightmare who gets sent in like true experiences from people that they've experienced themselves, and he reads them out and narrates them. And I love watching, like, listening to shit like that. Yeah, he's so fucking good, man. But like I do that purposefully to try and get a scare out of it, because I enjoy being scared. I love that fucking feeling of like, oh my god, like what if something happens to me and all that kind of stuff.
Wait, hold on. I need Paranormal Activity cannot be based on a true story. Is it?
I don't know.
Because they're on like Paranormal Activity 7 or 8 now, are they not?
Maybe the original one, Paranormal Activity True Story. Let me see. Paranormal Activity is a 2007 American supernatural horror film produced, written, directed, photographed, and edited by Oren Peli. Sorry. It's a young couple. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Let me try and use the find feature. True. No results for true. Okay. I'm gonna have to try and.
I know that when they wrote the first one, they hadn't planned to make any sequels.
Oh, they literally are on Paranormal Activity 7.
Yeah, I was watching a YouTube video of a guy actually slating the fuck out of it. It was funny as fuck. He was basically like going through all the plot holes and the story things, and just how ridiculous the ones after the one that I saw were. Because yeah, they started going into like witches and covens, and they were like midwives getting people to fucking turn demonic, or I don't fucking know. I lost interest.
A text states that Mika's body was discovered by the police. Sorry for spoilers. On October 11th, and that Katie has vanished. I think that's just part of the movie. I don't think it's actually real. The text appears dedicating this film to the memory of Mika and Kate.
Yeah,
I think it's just part of the movie. I don't think they're actually like obviously paranormal like hauntings and activity and stuff is like a real thing, but I don't think the movie's actually based on true events. Yeah, that's true. Well, there's that other one, Wreck or Quarantine. They're pretty good movies too.
Yeah, Quarantine is fucking awesome.
Right, sorry, I'm just gonna catch up with chat again one more time. Why is the contract for renting an apartment about 20 pages? Yeah, it's literally the same. It sucks. Read it. In German though. Imagine a place where thousands of people were murdered not too long ago. I've been there. Holy fuck. Yeah, that shit's kind of eerie. Watch the end. I think it is. They literally say thank you to the police and some other people for providing the data. I don't know if there's any way that I can actually well, let me I'm sharing my screen, right? Fraser, you can see my screen.
Yeah.
Let me open a new tab. Right, you can see this new tab, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me have a quick look on Amazon Prime and see if it's on Prime Video. And if it's on Prime Video, I'll literally skip to the end but mute the audio. Because then we'll see it. It is included in Prime Video. Okay, cool. Watch now. Let me mute the audio though. I don't want to be done for any form of copyright.
Although, if we're reviewing it and giving it an honest review, we're okay.
Right, skip this. Okay, let's see. Oh, But do you reckon I would actually be allowed to show this on the stream? Or would that be...
Yeah, like I say, as long as we're reviewing it and giving comment about
No,
it.
I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna risk it. Let's see what it says. Okay, so me and Fraser can both see this right now. I know obviously it's gonna... So it says...
Make that bigger.
Mika's body was discovered by police on October 11th, 2006. I'm just
Wait,
going to
where
read
does it
exactly
say
what it says. Oh, they maybe have this thing in so you can't actually screen share it. I'll just read out exactly what it says. Mika's body was discovered by police on October 11th, 2006. Katie's whereabouts remain unknown.
Yeah, because it's Katie that's fucking in like the 7th or something. She's there, or I honestly even lost interest in the guy that was trying to explain it all.
Yeah.
I was like,
and then it says paranormal activity, blah 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 blah, all rights reserved. The above referenced copyright owner is the author and creator of this motion picture for purposes of copyright and other laws. The characters and events depicted in this photoplay are fictitious. Any similarity to actual persons living or dead is purely coincidental.
oh my god, who stabbed Slenderman?
What? So yeah, it's not actually real. And I don't think, even if I wanted to, I don't think I could have shared that on the screen capture because I just I don't think it allows you. Let's see. Literally say thank you. At sure it doesn't come as DMCA thing. I mean, it's still a really good movie. Like I'm not saying that it's not a good movie for that reason, but yeah, it's just kind of sucks.
It's just not a really good movie for other reasons.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Quarantine was really good though. I remember I went and watched that at a friend's house, and I remember it was a friend that lived around the corner from Mum, and I remember I was shitting myself walking home. I was like, oh my god, and then I was like total scared. Like even while we were watching it on like the downstairs TV, and I was absolutely shitting myself to like in their house, like to walk out, because I was like, fuck, what if one of these things runs down the stairs at me and stuff.
See, that's the problem with it, because the first one made so much money. They're literally treating it like a fucking cash cow.
Yeah.
And milking that bastard dry.
Let's see.
Like,
Paranormal Activity one.
Like it's the same with like TV series and stuff. Like they always lost. Prime fucking example. Like they should just end it where they plan to fucking end it, because if they drag it out, they end up running out of ideas halfway through, and they're like, oh shit, what do we do now? Oh, we'll just make everything, like, make everything fucking over the top and ridiculous.
I'm actually
people lose interest.
I'm actually genuinely gonna go here. I'm gonna go through each one, and we're gonna see together how the let's see. Sorry, I'll catch up with chat again, and then we'll do this.
Wow.
Paranormal Activity stabbing. Paranormal Activity Slenderman stabbing. Sorry, no, I've never invested in the movie. 100k. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna look and see how the trend is went. With the wave. There's an incident where two young girls stabbed. Two young girls stabbed a third one in a sleepover 13 times because they wanted to meet Slenderman and such. What the fuck?
I don't think I've heard of. Well, I've not heard of that incident, but I think that was the incident that inspired something else that I watched. Was it one of the newer episodes of the X-Files?
I'm gonna quickly switch the scene. I'm gonna go to sorry about this little... Oh, I can hide this actually. You can still see the screen, right, Fraser?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, but that's something we'll maybe do in a future episode. We'll maybe read through some like short horror stories. Creepypastas are maybe a little bit too long, just because I know there's some out there like I can't remember who I used to watch that would read the creepypastas and stuff, but some of his videos would be like an hour and a half long, so those are kind of a bit too long. So let's see the trend, shall we?
Unless you beautiful people like watching us,
yeah,
and are entertained by this.
So hopefully that text's big enough. So the budget for the first one, production was $15,000. Post-production was $215,000. So in total they spent $230,000 and they made $193 million.
Wow.
The second one, they invested $3 million into it and made $177.5 million. Still reasonable, reasonable amount.
That's a lot. No, wait, made that.
Yeah.
So they made what did that wasn't just like that's the net profit.
Well, that's
not
box
the-
office.
Aye.
So also, are we stopping at 8? Probably gonna do so. We're planning on making this a bit of a shorter episode so that me and Sam could get like dinner and stuff, but we've kind of got carried away a little bit. I've just noticed the chat's like not fully thinged. It's like cut off some of the newer messages, but okay. Let's see, going forward, yeah, so between 3 and 4 is when the downfall started to happen. So but in Paranormal Activity 3, they invested 5 million and made 207 back. In the fourth one, they invested the same and made 142.8 back.
Wow.
Then, oh my god, basically the fifth one, they invested between 5 and 9.2 million and made 90.9 million back. And then oh my god, in the sixth one, the 2015 one, they invested 10 million and made 78.9 back. You would have thought they would have learned, at the stage of the fifth one that they put more into it, but they didn't make as much back. So you would have thought that for the next one they would maybe try to budget a bit better, but nah, they were like, fuck it, 10 million, here we go.
All
and
in.
Then, yeah. So, but I think my favorite, my actual favorite like movie franchise is not is it Insidious? No, it's the one where they done the Enfield Haunting is the second one. What was that? What is that? What movie is that? Enfield Haunting. The Conjuring.
Conjuring.
Yeah. I love that movie series. I think that's super good. And there was also the Enfield Haunting TV miniseries. Did you watch that, Fraser?
No.
Super good.
In the Conjuring when they do the crooked man thing.
Yes. Yeah.
I used to do that and fucking creep Mel and Reese out.
No.
Play the actual voice and shit, like fucking.
I don't know if anyone, like, I don't really want to ruin it, because if no one's seen The Conjuring 2, the Enfield Haunting one, please do yourself a favor and watch it. It's no, what was I gonna search? It wasn't that. Enfield Haunting, that's it. I don't know if it's maybe on Netflix actually. Yeah.
I really don't like that Ed and Lorraine Warren that much. Like, they're not actually people that really should be celebrated because they're not good people.
Yeah, this is super good though. If you get a chance to see that, the Enfield Haunting, I'm gonna check if it's on Netflix. If you get a chance to watch that, do it. It's so good. I remember this is one of the. It's very short. It's only 3 episodes long, but I remember this is the only thing in such a long time that I've been invested in watching the entire thing. It was super good. Actually, no. I think me and Sam did we watch it? No, wait, 2015, May 2015. No, it was before me and Sam got together. Let's see if it's on Netflix. I'm gonna try and torrent it though. Definitely. 100%. There's no other way I can watch it, so but Enfield Haunting's really good as well. Let's see, close that. So I totally recommend everyone check Enfield Haunting out.
Yeah, that just shows how good the movie must have been when the only thing that you could remember from it was a old woman running past the camera with her tits out. That
was in the second It movie. I'm gonna show that because that's in an advert, in a trailer for it. So surely I'll be allowed to watch to show that.
Shit.
Again, I'm gonna mute the audio and then find it so that I can. Sorry, I'm just skipping it so that we don't have to watch the entire fucking trailer.
Yeah. So is that, I'm taking that's the old lady.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna show it from here, right? Hope it's not too loud. I'm gonna pause the music for now, or just mute the audio for it, and then I'm gonna put it full screen. I don't really want. I'll put cinema mode, and I'll quickly switch.
Daughter came to this country with $14 in his pocket.
What did he do, Mrs. Kirsch?
My father joined the
She's walking.
circus.
You see her peeking?
Peekaboo.
Looks like Dwight Schrute.
Holy shit! Aye.
What about you? Are you still his little girl, Beverly? Are you?
Oh shit! She actually like comes at her. Holy fuck!
I just like, what is that? What is that fucking movement? It's so weird. But then there's this section as well where she's fucking. She just sits and stares at her. It's so fucking unsettling. Then she just unfreezes. It's fucking so eerie, man. So eerie. The movie was phenomenal though. I really, really liked. It. Both chapter 1 and 2 were really, really good. I really like both of them. But and yeah, the guy that played it, what was his name? Anyways, actor, what was his name? Bill. I don't. Skarsgård. I think. Is that right? I don't know. He's just a phenomenal actor, honestly.
Yeah.
And
that naked grandma now has a OnlyFans page.
Oh no, naked and all. No, you didn't see anything. It's fine. It's fine. When you get out of the shower and forget your towel. Literally naked grandma meme from that one TV show. Wait, what's this? Oh my god. Right, I'll open this in Oh my god, what is that? What is that thumbnail? Look at that thumbnail. What is that thumbnail? Alright, mute the audio. I'm assuming it'll be safe.
Something a burglar would not want to see when he breaks into a house. Rob.
Naked grandma!
Naked, huh?
Little did anyone know he was referring to It Chapter 2. Aye. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of another thing. Anything that I have that's like, oh, I'm getting a new mouse tomorrow. That's like the only exciting thing that's going on in my life so far. Let me see. We've got one more video. I'll show one more video. Let's see. Here we go.
Top 7 answers on the board, ladies. Here we go. Name a number that most men exaggerate.
100.
100.
69.
What?
That's just exactly what I was gonna say. Like Steve Harvey is that face that he just yeah.
What was that laugh?
Joel. Their height.
Oh, so they actually gave fucking numbers. Oh my god. Well, I would say height and another kind of size. But yeah, I'm pretty happy to maybe do that. I don't know, maybe even like next week or something. I'd be down to read some short horror stories.
Talking about fucking doing Family Feud.
Oh yeah, next week we'll play. Next week, guys, we're playing Family Feud live. No, I think I'm totally down to do some
Form your
short
families.
some short horror stories. And then obviously we also have the There's no numbers under 1,000.
Well, I mean, next week's stream we're going to be going for 8 hours, so I mean it'll be fine.
There's no numbers under 1,000 that have an A in them. Huh. I was about to turn and be like, are you what? But then you're actually right. Nice. 429. Well, I mean, technically it's like 429. Is it? Or do you actually, is that like the thing you say and as well? 429. No, yeah, you do. So technically. But yeah, next week I'm up for doing like a little. Yeah, next week I'm up for doing like a little section, maybe like a 20-minute section of just reading some short horror stories, maybe like towards the end of the show. We just silence the music and we just read some stories and have a spooky time. I'm up for doing that. But apart from that,
you're sounding very robotic. I think my internet's fucking up.
Yeah, you're going very pixely and stuff. So maybe we better wrap it up at that before you die off of the air. Yeah. So, anything else you want to say, Fraser? You happy? You happy?
Oh, I'm hopefully gonna start a kind of like side streaming thing on home cooking, things like
Okay,
well,
that'll be
the
cool.
other day I made homemade Subways, like so Subway sandwiches. I made the meatball marinara.
Okay.
Baked my own sub bread and stuff. I also do Big Macs and KFC and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's kind of like live stream bake along that I'm planning to do. I've not kind of went on the ins and outs and stuff, but yeah,
That'd be pretty
I'll
cool.
Maybe have a bit more information next week on that,
Let's raid Zim. Is he streaming?
and everyone can learn how to make their favorite takeaway shit.
He's not at the minute. Yeah, I'm totally down for that. Like a 20-minute section towards the end of next week. We'll do that. I'm more than happy to do that. We'll split a couple of stories up each, and then we'll go from there. And we'll see how it goes. And then if it's enjoyed, then we'll maybe start sourcing more, and we'll just keep it going. But yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you all, everyone, for coming along as always. Like,
Yeah, thank you.
It's just always, it just makes it so much
awesome.
more fun to just have people to kind of interact with and everything. So hopefully we'll see you all again next week, where we do our first installment. We need to think of a catchy name for it as well. Spooky Saturdays.
Yeah.
It can be like a segment. I'll sample. I'll be like,
Yeah.
Spooky Saturday. Spooky Saturdays with Two Bro Podcast. Spooky Saturdays with Two Bro Podcast.
there you go. There's our segment right there.
Yeah.
So
We
whenever
have
when we're jumping into it,
Spooky Saturdays with Two Bro Podcast.
I like that. I'm actually kind of like that. That's
that's something that we could use maybe the Facebook page for. If people have their own spooky stories that they want to actually upload and have read,
or Discord. I'd be cool to do Discord
true
as well.
story or not. Yeah, like
I'm actually gonna make a new Discord channel right this second in text channels and call it Spooky Stories. There we
and
go.
obviously as well, when we're reading it, we'll read it who wrote the thing as well.
And then obviously in that stage, you're welcome to if you want to amend names or whatever for privacy, then that's totally cool. But yeah, we can
Yeah.
if you want us to say who read it, like who submitted it, then cool. And if you don't, then just let us know and then we won't. Easy as that. But yeah, anyway guys, we're gonna wrap up so I can go and have some food before I have my plans in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Again, thank you all. You're wonderful people.
Thank you.
It's always super awesome to hang out with
We love
everyone.
you. Fucking amazing.
And until next week, have a great one. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time on Two Bro Podcast, where we will next week be doing
Adios.
Saturdays with Two Bro Podcast.
all right, take care guys. Bye bye.
Arrivederci.
Two Bro Podcast.